Hello there, I hope you're well. I'm just going to start a vlog. I don't know what this vlog is going to be, but I put on Instagram what kind of videos do you want to see from me, and people said reading vlogs, just any kind of vlogging. So I'm just going to turn on my camera and I'm going to show you the books that I'm going to be reading. Every time I pick up a book, I'll pick up my camera, and also just little exciting clips in my life. So I'm currently sitting here waiting for a chair to be delivered because I have bought the most beautiful chair. It's called a love seat and it is so stunning. So I'm just waiting for that to be delivered. I just showed you I made some coffee, and then Dom normally has coffee in the cafetiere thing, and at the bottom of it there's coffee granules that are always just in the bottom that you just throw in the bin, but if you put them in your plants it makes your plants go like Hulk like. I'm not even joking. So I always try every morning to put the coffee on them just to give them it's like drugs. It's like plant drugs. I think they might be here because my phone's going. Oh, my seat! Here is the box. It is massive. It's actually as tall as me, and he said he couldn't take it up the stairs because of COVID. He can't come in, so I'm gonna have to unpack it down here and then bit by bit take it up. Here's what it should look like. So here's a picture of the love seat, really old-fashioned looking, really gorgeous. So here is the box. I could live in this little box, and I'm going to show you. First peek, I haven't even seen it. You can see the red coming through. Oh, it's so nice. Oh, so this is the back of it. So I need to try and get this out. Oh dear. I need to try and get this out first. Oh Lord. Oh dear. Nearly fell on me. I was nearly crushed under its weight there. I nearly died getting it up, but I've got it up here. So here's the back bit, here's the base, and then it says look inside, and there's all this. I also have a war wound from this. I have a paper cut. It's so small you can't even see, but I'm still gonna make a fuss about it. I'm just reading the instructions now, and it said it takes 2 adults to assemble it, and it takes 40 minutes. So the back flaps off. As you can see, it's got this like flap. You flap the back off and then you have to bolt it together here. But it's so dark that I can't see what I'm doing. Oh my God, I've dropped it. And here is my beautiful chair. It is so gorgeous. I just love the shape of the arms, how they kind of curve out and then the top curves. I think it's really beautiful. It's this red velvet is what it's made of. And then it's got wooden legs on it, and it is so gorgeous. It's a lot better than what I expected it to be. I thought it was going to be half the size, but it's actually really big. I absolutely adore it. I love the legs. It goes really well with my rug as well. Oh, it's so nice. I haven't picked the camera up in a few days, so I thought I'd update you on what I'm currently reading. It is the morning. I'm just doing a bit of morning reading before I have to walk to my shop and open it up. So I'm reading Sally Emerson's Firechild and loving it so much. I read Sally Emerson's Heat, loved it. And then this book is about, it's diary entries, and it alternates from this man called Martin, who has done something in his past. He's quite a dangerous young man. And then this young woman called Tessa, who she's just done something dangerous in her past. It's such a good thriller. I'm absolutely adoring it so far. So I'm probably going to read a little bit more of this and then head out to work. It is Christmas Eve. I thought I would update you on my reading. So I have finished Sally Emerson's Firechild. I actually filmed a full review of this and the other Sally Emerson book that I've read called Heat, which by the time this video goes up, it would have already been edited and put up. I absolutely adored Firechild. It was such a weird thriller, and the end, if anyone has read the book, the end, did not see that coming at all, but I absolutely love that book. It's Christmas Eve and I'm not spending it with my family because of COVID. My family are in a different tier to me. It's a tier system and I can't enter the tier they're in and they can't come out of it. So I'm just spending Christmas Eve with Dom, and I'll show you my Christmas tree. It is much later in the day, as you can probably tell by the lighting from that last clip you saw, but I've just got back from the shop and apparently we're going into another lockdown. England is locking down again. We're not sure. I've got to wait till 8 p.m. It's currently 5, and at 8 p.m. our Prime Minister's going to say whether we lock down again, whether we're doing a January lockdown or a lockdown till Easter. That means I'd have to shut my shop completely if we do a lockdown, so I'm trying to distract myself from that because I know I'll just sit here and worry, oh my god, is there going to be another lockdown or not? So I thought, don't just sit here and worry, do some reading. So I'm currently reading Instances of the Number 3 there by Sally Vickers, and this is a very odd book. This is about a man dies in a car accident at the beginning, and his name's Peter, and he has a wife called Bridget, and then he has this mistress called Frances, and Bridget and Frances meet and become friends, and they know of their circumstance that, you know, they know each other through Peter and that Frances is the mistress, but Bridget is very intrigued by Frances. You know, what has she got that Bridget hasn't got? And Bridget knew Peter was having an affair, so she's just interested to find out who he was having an affair with. It's so good. I'm really loving it so far. I'm on page 63 and loving it. The writing is gorgeous. It's just really intriguing so far, so I'm gonna read probably to about a page 100 of this and then see if there's an update about the lockdown. So it's the next day and the announcement was, we're back in a full national lockdown. So my shop has to close, everywhere that's non-essential is closed, and that's it. So today I actually did some editing. I edited a video all about Roald Dahl news and gossip and put that over on my Patreon page. And I'm going to make some more Patreon videos today because I can't go to my shop. It has to be closed because of lockdown. So I'm going to film some more of me reading aloud A Little Princess by Frances Hodgson Burnett. We are nearly finished this. I'm on chapter 12. I can't believe I've nearly read this whole entire book on my Patreon. And I'm also going to do a poetry reading on my Patreon. So Gus the Theatre Cat, which is part of T.S. Eliot's Old Possum's Book of Practical Cats, which of course inspired the musical Cats. I have seen the musical Cats twice at the theatre and absolutely adored it. And let me just say, if you're a Cats fan, you need to read that poetry collection because Andrew Lloyd Webber really copied and pasted the poems. I thought it was just he was inspired by the poetry collection and then he built this whole world. Not at all. He just copy and pasted the poetry, and what he did is he turned them into songs by just adding music to them. So they're exactly the same format, word for word. It's really like a lyric book for cats. Cats the musical. A lyric book for all cats to understand in the world. My favourite from Cats, obviously I love Memory, like, don't get me wrong, but and also Memory isn't in this, so he obviously wrote Memory. But Gus the Theatre Cat, which is word for word what this poem is, and I love it so much. So I'm going to do like a funny little poetry reading of that and put it up on my Patreon as well, and then any other Patreon video ideas that I have, I'm going to film them today. I have just got a book in the post, so I thought I would do a unboxing. This is a book that I've wanted for such a long time and I couldn't find it anywhere, and so I looked on eBay and I actually got it off eBay. So it is Coco Chanel by Megan Hess, and I love Chanel style. I can't afford anything from it at all, but I love Chanel style, and this is a book, The Illustrated World of a Fashion Icon, and it's all about Coco Chanel's life, and it just looks like such a gorgeous book. I couldn't find this anywhere online, only on eBay secondhand I could find it, but it really looks gorgeous. So it has quotes and then it has things about Chanel's life. Lovely. I'm so glad that finally I've got this book. I have finished a book. I have finished Marley's Ghost by David Levitham, and I filmed a book review that will be up about this book as well. Oh, the first book I finished of the year was Firechild by Sally Emerson. Loved it. Marley's Ghost, loved it. Poetry collection that inspired cats, loved it. So far I'm going really well. I'm loving everything I've read, but I've only read 3 things so far. I'm still reading, of course, 1984 by George Orwell. I've also picked a book for my Patreon book club for us patrons to read until the end of February, and that's Howard's End. It's about a woman dies and her family think they're going to inherit her house, Howard's End, and then all of a sudden it gets given to this woman who they don't know. These are my birthday balloons, by the way. These are from the 25th of November. Dom surprised me with them. How well have they stayed up? Isn't that so weird? And then I have this one, which is Minnie Mouse in a balloon, but the balloon's kind of losing it, but the Minnie Mouse isn't. I'll have to, it's got all these nice things. I'll have to cut her free, but these have stayed really well. I'm keeping them up until they completely die. We're in lockdown. I've got my balloons still up from 25th of November. I've got my Christmas tree up. I'm no sign of taking that down at all. I might put some more Christmas decorations up because I have these foil garlands that, you know, go along the ceiling, and I never put them up because I was sorting out things with my shop. I just didn't have the time to do it. And now I'm like, you know what? Why not put them up in January? Here are one of my Christmas foil decorations. So nice. It's like a chandelier. Then it's got Christmas bells and stars at the bottom. So pretty. And it catches the light as well. This could be an all-round ornament, surely. I hang it up here. This could be all the time. It's just like a chandelier. It's from the gorgeous, the film that had actual actors in it, not the cartoon one. And it just goes through the whole entire story, so it's just in chapters, so you read it like the story. It has original sketches, it has pictures from the film. I loved Cruella de Vil's outfits in that, and I like, there was another one, 100 Dalmatians 2 film, that was really good as well. I always love the villains. Like the villains in any film, I'm always like, oh my god, they have the best houses, they have the best clothes. Autumn with a Dalmatian, looking very chic in a London park. Oh my god, just about to fall in love with another man with a Dalmatian. Don't love it. It is currently Sunday and it is 9 AM and I have got up, I've put some makeup on, I've done my hair, I've got dressed, I am wearing jogging bottoms underneath, to be honest with you, and I have my lovely roaring fire there, and I'm gonna film my Patreon video. I thought of this idea of doing a Sunday show on the Patreon where I sit down and I talk about everything that I've read in the last week and then what I'm gonna read the week going forward, and then it's just a catch up. Every Sunday I'm talking about my reading, updating. I think I'm gonna call it What I've Read, so an adventurous title like that. It's gonna be a chatty podcast style relaxing Sunday show video on the Patreon, so do go and join my Patreon. I think it's like £1 a month. It's the next day. I'm wearing this scarf because I'm just about to go out. I've got to go to the post office, and so I've got to go into town in Bristol. So I will film some clips so you can see what Bristol looks like. Bristol's got a lot of street art, so I'll try and film some street art. This is a scarf I knitted ages ago, and I knitted it a bit too short, so it kind of just looks like a neck brace on me. It was this coral colour, and then I did the ends this pink. It needs loosening a little bit, but I still like it. Oh, it's like a little rose at the bottom.